Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Stephanie at Where's Weewoo. So today's video is going to be part 2 of revamping my wardrobe, and it's going to be a lot more about the process that I took, so the steps that I took when going through before I even bought anything, and just like really getting all of those things down. So let's get to it. So step 1, I mentioned it a little bit in my past video, but it's so important, I think I have to reiterate it. Watching a lot of YouTube videos. I am a dedicated student of YouTube University, like I said, and I love watching other YouTubers. So what I did is I would go and I'd watch other YouTubers' hauls and lookbooks, and what I specifically did was find people who had the same body type or height as me, especially in the bust area or in the leg area, because it wasn't going to be a good fit if for me looking at items that were for people who are 5'7" when I'm 5'3". So what I would do is I would go into their description box and I would click on all the things that I liked, and I'd have it all laid out, and I would decide from there, like, is that something I actually like? Is that something I actually don't? If I did like it, I would take the link and I would post it into notes that I had on my laptop. So I just had notes of sweaters, jeans, all these different things that I needed for this new wardrobe. And also another thing that I did was I used this app called Shop Tagger. So you download it onto your computer and you can load things directly into Shop Tagger, and you can arrange them, organize them into coats, jackets, pants, this, that. Not only will it tell you when those things are on sale, but it'll tell you if they go out of stock, come back in stock, or it'll tell you when all of these different retailers are having a sale. So it's just good to have things there for when, if I decided to pull the trigger on that something, I could wait for it there and wait for it to go on sale. I do want to stress that I did not buy all the things that I put into this note section. It was just an idea, for a place for me to bounce ideas off of, have everything in one area. And not only was I taking those like links from their description boxes, I was also taking screen grabs of the YouTuber themselves, so I could have it all in one area in my notes section. My notes section is where I live, I thrive, I do my best there, and so having everything organized in one place was so important for me. Step 2. Once I had a good list of everything that I wanted, I made a huge effort to go and try these things on in store, because just because they look good on the model on there, I don't look like the model, she don't got the same shapes as me. I had to go into the store and make sure that they actually looked good on my body type and worked for my body type. That actually saved me a lot of money, because in the end I found out a lot of these things that I wanted or liked that actually didn't work for me. And I want to stress as well that at this time I didn't have a job, so I had this a lot of time to be able to go in there and like take my time trying all the things that I liked and didn't like, and really curate the wardrobe that I wanted. And the second reason that I wanted to make sure I tried everything on in store is that I had a rule for myself that I would not buy anything online. That is kind of hard for certain like online stores like ASOS, this, that, and the third, but there's price matching in store. There's a lot of ways to get the in-store online prices in store while also being able to like try them on and really know what you're getting for your buck. So I made a promise with myself that I wouldn't buy anything online, because that's how I've been buying everything and had racked up this wardrobe that I couldn't find anything to wear in, which is what I was trying to avoid with this new wardrobe that I was coming up with. Step 3 was figuring out what I already had. For this, I used an app I found called Smart Closet. It's a free app where you can take pictures of all the clothes that you have and you can post them onto the board that they give to you in your account, and you can either have it, you can make it where it's just the items that you have, and you can organize them by season, you can organize them by top, by bottom, by this, by that. You can create a packing list for yourself, you can create outfits. If you ever heard of Polyvore, it's kind of the same thing, but just a little less like advanced. But for me, it was just important to have a layout of what I already had. I could see each item when I bought it. It even allows you to put in the price, so you can see if you've been getting the wear for it. And as I was buying things, I would of course like increase my wardrobe and make sure I put everything in there. Smart Closet was perfect for figuring out things that I had already, things that I wanted, and things that I actually needed to kind of make and complement my current wardrobe. Step 4 for me was looking on in thrift stores and Poshmark, on thrift websites, secondhand use websites, so I could make sure that I wasn't buying everything like first directly from the store. That was really important to me because, like, as we know, the fashion industry is a huge environmental polluter, and I want to decrease adding to that as much as I can. And personally, I have done a little bit of thrift shopping, but thrift shopping also really overwhelms me. It's just like there's a lot of options and I don't know where to look. So I decided to go the route of Poshmark and like ThredUp and other sites like that. I liked Poshmark mainly because I could minimize and zone in on my size, what I was looking for, colors. I could also post things that I wanted to get rid of. So it was a kind of a give and take. I was posting things that I wanted to get rid of and then buying things. Not only were they cheaper, but now I was getting them secondhand and giving them a new love and not adding to our pollution right now. So it was a good way for me to like get things cheaper. It was great for my pocketbook and it was great for the environment. So the fifth thing I did in my process was setting rules for myself. I had to do this. The reason I was in this predicament in the first place is because I was just buying whatever I saw. Fashion Nova, yes. TJ Maxx, that. Like, we could not be doing that anymore. So I set 5 rules for myself to make sure that when I was going out to purchase something, it would actually go along with my wardrobe. Rule 1. Does this item complement or go with my current color? So like I said in my previous video, my color scheme that I decided to go with was black, navy, gray, khaki green, and beige tan. So neutrals. And I decided to stick with neutrals just because I'm starting from the beginning. I wanted to have a good base before I decided to add any color. So in doing that, whenever I go out there and go and shop for something, I want to make sure that it already goes along with that. And that leads into step 2, actually, rule 2. Can I make 10 outfits with this item? So if it's a sweater, can I pair that with 10 pairs of jeans? Can I put something on top of it? Is this something that I can use multiple ways and multiple occasions so that I'm going to get the most use out of it? That actually leads into rule 3. Can I get good use out of this? Is this a quality item that I can have for a long period of time and not have to, like I said, put it into the environment and just add to the problem that we already have? The things that I buy, I want to be able to keep for a long time, use season after season, and then be able to pull them out, shake them off, and boom, be right back into it. So that's just important for me. It's for my pocketbook, for the environment. It's all around a good decision when going out to buy new clothes. So rule number 4, we have a visitor. Louie wants to say hi. Hi. Hey, buddy. He's mad. He just wants to sleep. Okay, I'll give you back. He's watching me now. I have an audience. Okay, so rule number 4 was, why do I need this item? Why do I want it? Is it a want or is it a need? So because I was starting from scratch, really, a lot of these things were more needs than wants. But I definitely did have to sift through the nonsense of like everything that I had. As you can see in my notes section, it has a ton of things. Like, I promise you, I do not need all of that. But I did need some basics and some things that I could have year over year that could ride me out through the seasons and that I could use multiple times. So that was also super important. And that kind of leads into my last rule, rule number 5. Is this something that I'm convincing myself to like, or do I actually like it? Like, I don't want to be standing in the wardrobe in the fitting room. They're like,
this might go with this, but like, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna buy it anyways.
No longer. I'm trying to make informed decisions and move forward in what I want in a perfect wardrobe. But it's going to be hard if I have to convince myself of everything and then I end up back at square one. So it has to be something that I really like, that I've done the research on, that I know will easily fit into my current wardrobe, so that I'm not making the same mistakes that I was before. And that's it. So that was my process for revamping my wardrobe. Video number 3 will be all about accessories, hair, nails, this, that, and the third, because if you're anything like me, I was just a tad bit of a tomboy beforehand, so that's something that I actually need to go over, and I'll link it down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Would love to hear from you guys. Are you guys going through a wardrobe revamp? I'd love to hear about your stories and any tips that you have for me. See you guys later. Peace out.